Each day the visiting American team was in Haiti, hundreds of sick people gathered. They had heard by word of mouth that a medical clinic was taking place. We asked the people what villages they had traveled from.
Come far away. The other side of the ocean.
How long did it take them to walk here?
Et combien l'heure nous prenons pour marcher pour arriver ici? 3 heures du matin. They left. We leave home. We left home since 3 in the morning. This morning.
Healthcare is not a thing that these people have access to very readily, and therefore, if a person has a cold, it will develop into pneumonia, and they'll die. If a child develops appendicitis, that child will die.
Chuck Pollock brought this short-term missions group to Haiti to work with Miriam and Ed Frederick of World Harvest for Christ.
Well, when we first came over here, we came over for the gospel alone, and we were very burdened for this country because it is the voodoo capital of the world, and we knew this is where God was sending us. But when we came and we saw the overwhelming medical need, we found out that we couldn't just stand there and say, Jesus loves you, when people were hurting and when they were suffering. Somehow it did not relay the message to stand there with a Bible and say, hey, Jesus loves you.
That's why World Harvest began bringing in doctors like Chuck Thurston and teams of Christian nurses and laymen to disperse medicines to people in desperate need.
Operation Blessing has given us Tylenol, aspirin, and vitamins that have been invaluable because these are very expensive items in the United States, and we use them more than anything else because they're safe.
I don't think people just realize how little it takes to save lives in this area. These people are desperate. They have nowhere else to look to, and they come with every type of disease known to man in these areas. And when you come with medicine and you can sometimes just help them over that hump, that their immune system can get built up enough to fight off that disease, you're actually saving lives. And it's a tremendous blessing when we receive these things.
We asked the people waiting why they had come so far to see the doctor.
Pourquoi ça nous vient ici? Pour le petit?
We are sick in our bodies and we'd like to be treated, so that's the reason why we come.
Pourquoi ça nous vient ici?
Headache, fever, and dizziness. That's the reason why I come, because I know that I can get some medicines.
The team saw patients here walking in with elephantiasis, tuberculosis, malaria, and little children suffering with scarlet fever and even tetanus. But the most common complaint was babies with diarrhea and worms who simply don't get enough to eat.
She don't have milk. She don't have eggs because she don't have chicken.
Isn't it difficult to get those foods here?
It's difficult to find because she don't have enough money to take care about the baby, you know.
And this child is in different stages of malnutrition. You can see the bloated stomach, probably filled with worms. You can see the bone showing there. You can see the fluid beginning to come into the tissues. This child, if it's left here, will probably be dead when we come back.
What if it were my children? I have a 2-year-old and or 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. What if it were my kids in that state? Then it really begins to hurt. I see more things that we can do nothing about than I see things that we can do something about. We concentrate on what we can do and not worry too much about what we cannot do. We concentrate on the malnutrition by simply giving them food and protein and care and concern and love. We concentrate on malaria by giving them chloroquine. We concentrate on tuberculosis with the other anti-tuberculosis drugs.
Oh, c'est un très, très, très bon travail, merveilleux travail.
Pourquoi?
It's a wonderful work, the pastor told me, that this group is doing here with the help of Operation Blessing. There are so many poor and sick in this area who don't have money for the 2-day trip it would otherwise take to get help.
Pour chercher les soins médicaux.
There are still some major battles to be won here in Haiti over political unrest, economic hardship, and long-term medical needs. But in the spiritual realm, some major battles have been won here this week, as the people in 4 small villages on the southwest corner of Haiti have seen that American Christians do care about them. and want to make a difference in their lives.
I spend a lot of time praying with them. Even when I'm giving them aspirin or when I'm giving them a shot, I'm praying with them.
And I could just see Jesus or his disciples washing feet or giving shots or meeting their needs, their physical needs, so that he could meet a spiritual need.
If I just came down here on a medical team, it'd be very difficult. But because I know the Lord and because I know his sovereignty, I mean, I know how sovereign he is. I know that he can move here, and he has. We've seen it. And so it makes it worthwhile, and it makes me want to come back again and again.